Beer number 2, Josh. What do we got?
Well, this one is this one came out right around the time when THC became legalized, and we started selling THC seltzers in the form of Green Party. Green Party, our first one had some dark fruits in there, but we settled into a different flavor combo, which was mango, pineapple, tangerine, and everybody fell in love with it. Not to say that our first one wasn't
delicious.
People didn't fall in love with that one too, but
we actually have a video on this channel of us trying the first one, and then we did a podcast after we tried it.
That is linked here.
Yes. Nice. Well, gosh, that was Anyway, this is a mango, pineapple, tangerine. This is the beer version of our main THC. Oh, it's gonna cheers you. The beer version of our main THC seltzer. This one's called Ball Return.
Ooh, okay.
Whoa. That is a mango in a glass.
Little mango bomb. Very mimosa-esque.
Yeah, that is probably where I was going to lead with it. Very mimosa-esque, strong mango, and then at the end, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, there's the pineapple.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Citrus, mango, and pineapple.
Yeah, for those of you that like the fruit beers, like sour or otherwise, big yes. Big yes.
I love mango, so how pronounced that is right in the middle is so good.
And we reuse real fruit in our sours as well as the Empress. Empress is kind of the main fruited beer stay.
My wife is a big supporter of the Empress.
We rotate flavors with every batch, and people blindly order it. Does not matter what flavor combo it is. It's
you have it
Empress.
year round, right? You have it up year round. Just
sometimes it's gone, and that's just.
I thought you were going to say sometimes it's year round. I was
no,
like,
sometimes it's not on the tap room, and that's just because we have to focus on production, and sometimes we get just slammed and it doesn't align.
But for the most part, you have a variation
to always have the Empress on tap, as well as an example of a fruited Berliner, Ball Return being that in this glass right here. So we also have Justice Page. We're on the back end of that, but people get angry when there's not an Empress or a fruited sour on, so we do our best to try to keep them on tap. We don't want to overload the tap list with it. So again, it's that fine production schedule balance, but we hear you, and we always want to have it on.
Love it.
Our focus today is men who have had unsuccessful plastic surgery. Enter Peach's All-American Sweepstakes with a grocery purchase of $50 or more.
Might as well just get this bowl.
Tickets to our nation's first
Doomsday Destination number 2. Isha, where would be a horrible but realistic landing spot for Kirill Kaprizov?
I'm going to say the LA Kings.
Spicy.
And I say that because they have realistic pieces that they can move in either before they sign him or in a trade to acquire him. And they're pieces that pretty much the Minnesota Wild or any team that would be acquiring pieces by giving up a big player would want from him. They have really good prospects. They have really good guys on their roster right now in their prime. They also have guys familiar with Minnesota. So how about the return of Kevin Fiala with assets? We already know he's a goal scorer. We already know he's going to get 30-40, and you get some assets, some maybe young players, draft picks.
A reverse trade.
In addition to that, Brock Faber was an LA Kings draft pick. I'm just saying it's already worked out once.
You know, what's interesting to me is, historically speaking, if you look at the Wild's trade to acquire, whether you want to call it Ogren or Urov plus Faber for Fiala, great win. You look at the deal where they got Dubois from Winnipeg. Winnipeg absolutely bent them over the barrel. We can probably, this might be the only destination where we could win a Kaprizov trade, because you don't usually win a trade where you send off a superstar. we might be able to win this one and bring back a player that fans lost their minds over us losing. That's actually interesting, especially because like I think Kaprizov would be okay living in LA. I think that fits. And they do have a lot of
superstars are down to go to New York or LA anytime.
Long term playing with Byfield,
they will go.
That's what I'm saying too. Byfield's incredible.
LA just has a track record of success too.
Yeah.
Talk about a team that'll, have the ebb and flow of success, and then a little retool, and then success, and then a retool, and man, they do it.
And they've been able to bring guys in who were like superstars on their team before, and they'll come in most of the time towards the end of their career or like right the final stages of their prime, but they'll come in at like a value where the Kings can actually fit them under the cap and actually build a team using them because, like you said, it's kind of a proven concept now. Now, in recent years, no, but in recent years, I think a lot of people wrote off the Kings and they actually had competitive seasons while still acquiring younger players and building through the draft.
Teaser, I'm writing them off this year. But you know what? It's funny though, because this is doomsday in the sense of like Wild fans hate LA right now.
Or do they just hate Drew?
No.
Do they just hate Drew?
It would break their brains to have Doughty and Kaprizov on the same team. Like they wouldn't be able to process that.
Drew
In
Doughty
fact, Doughty would probably hurt him in warmups.
Drew Doughty, his whole reason to exist is to disrupt the Wild and their success.
At least he has a purpose, right? So
there ain't no Drew Doughty about it.
That makes it a doomsday. Fans would be pissed, but like this is actually a fun one you concocted, Isha, where I actually think this could work out in the Wild's favor if it came to fruition on like an actual deal being consummated. That could be fun. So doomsday, fans would riot because of the destination alone, but when they saw the return, they like after a couple months they'd be like, huh, you know what? This isn't so bad.
Because the sweeteners and the additions to the Fiala might not even just be like draft picks at that point. It might actually be like, there's another piece that they need. We want that roster player too. And they're like, done. Take it. We're getting Kaprizov. So take what you want. Plus our Fiala goal scorer, which you gave us prior. Thank you.
And
I like it.
A lot more cap space to work with if that happens too, because Fiala's deal is probably half of what Kaprizov is going to make.
And he might score just as many goals.
I'm talking myself into this. This could be fun. I want Kaprizov to stay. Let's be clear. But if he doesn't want to sign next summer, we better be calling Rob.
Fiala's cold-blooded around the net,
we better be calling Rob.
Robbie's just pumped because he has a Fiala jersey, brand new, that he hasn't been able to wear yet.
This is
brand new.
That needs to be corrected because that is aggressively false.
Yeah, you walked in with it today.
My wife has a Fiala jersey that I made for her custom after he had already been traded because she wanted a Wild jersey, and I said, what do you want? She's like, well, I don't know. What do I do with Fiala gone? Because, one of few people that I have no problem with my wife saying is, a dreamboat, because he is objectively a very attractive man. So I told her, I'm like, I can make that custom. She's like, is that weird? I'm like, no, I think that's awesome.
That's
like,
wild.
Okay, doing it. Yeah, not weird. Wild. All right.
Minnesota Wild.
On to beer number 3.